Alright guys, we're gonna get started here. Oops, I gotta plug in the camera. That might help. There we go. Alright, so we're going to be doing a little Ask Me Anything on iOS 18, watchOS 11, and I guess I can show macOS now because I do have macOS running on my computer, although there's not much to show to it because it's just basically the same. A lot of the stuff here with like Apple AI and all that new Siri stuff is not yet here, so not much to show there, but Siri does in fact look the same if you pull her up here. As you can see, the little double tap to type to it thing they mentioned doesn't work yet, so none of that is in there. One cool little thing here is, I don't know how we'll be able to see it on camera, but if you hit the volume button, you can see it kind of indents right there on the side on the display. It also does it on the sleep wake button there as well. So that is pretty cool. It does it, I don't know if the SE2 does it or not. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's just limited to the slimmer bezel phones like that, because the SE2 does not do that. But so far everything's been pretty good. Everything's been running good. No issues here really. I did have some issues with the little icons down there not wanting to work properly, not wanting to set up, especially with adding shortcuts. But that did start working. I did find a little workaround to it. I just uploaded a video on all the bugs and stuff that I've experienced on day one. So if you guys want to check that out, that is there as well. So yeah, check that out. But if you guys have any comments or anything, let me know. Pop them down in the comments if you're watching this recorded as well. If you've installed iOS 18. But gonna just chat for a little bit. Maybe the next like 5-10 minutes, just see if anybody wants to pop in here, ask any questions or anything. But other than that, everything is working pretty well. Let me check something here on my watch. I did have to repair my watch because a couple things weren't working. I couldn't get my home stuff to work. I couldn't get my home stuff to work. Couldn't get my door lock to put the door key in the app. So I don't know what was going on there, but I finally got it working again after I repaired everything, and it's working just fine now. So I did eat through about 30% of the battery life on my Watch 2, my Ultra 2, in the past few hours. So it looks like battery life is a little bit less than it was on watchOS 10, but obviously for beta 1 that's to be expected. As you can see, I do have the iPhone plugged in here. It was not dead yet. I still had about 45% left, so it was doing pretty good. No real issues with the battery life on the phone, but the watch, like I said, does seem to be a little bit less. I still got 43% on the SE2, but I haven't really been using it. Let me change the background on this. Let's make a new wallpaper for iOS 18. I kind of wish they had more iOS 18 wallpapers. We only have like 4 different colors of those, so Was kind of hoping for a little more. I think we'll do the yellow one on here. Where is batteries? Actually, I want the weather, not that one. Did it do it? What happened to my wallpaper? There we go. So I got the yellow one with the dark icons right there. Pretty nice, like that. I really like the dark icons. I can't wait till more of those become themed with third-party apps and stuff like that. That is going to be awesome. But I can't believe how well it's running. Everybody said it was everybody was expecting a super buggy beta. Because of all the new stuff coming out, and it's really not. I mean, the animations even seem very smooth, so very happy for that. We'll have to see. Obviously, that can change in beta 2, beta 3 down the line. Things can get jacked up, but hopefully not, because everything is running pretty well now. So if they improve on it from here, we should be looking pretty good for stability in iOS 18. Like I said, battery life is pretty good. One thing I didn't show in my video is they did add a little slider up here, so now you can choose between 80 and 100%. So if you only want to charge it to 90% or 85% or whatever, you can do that. I don't know why you'd want just a random percentage like that, but that is an option if you want to do that. One thing I did set up, another cool thing in this that I didn't show yet is the flashlight. So you can see you get this little animation on the dynamic island here, and you can actually tap this, and one you can slide up to increase the brightness. So I don't know if you can see the beam right there, but it's wide right here. If I go ahead and swipe in, you can see the beam of light actually changes and gets narrower. So you can actually adjust the light beam on the flashlight. And I just have that set to my my action button right now. As far as control center, I have just basically the standard ones. I got rid of the home stuff because I have my home stuff all right here on its own page. And then right here, I actually added a shortcut for my power bank, so I don't have to have the power bank icon on my home screen. I can just tap it right there and access it from Control Center. So that's pretty cool. Screen recording, announce notifications. So if you have your AirPods in, you can turn that on or off. We have the calculator, flashlight, dark mode, and then basically just your standard stuff. On the 14s and 15s, you do have the satellite stuff as well. So you can do, you can actually send messages now, like non-emergency messages, just regular iMessages on the satellite. So you can do a demo. It actually does disable your cellular and connect to the satellite, but you can't send messages on it. If you go into iMessage, it will just disconnect and go back to cellular. if you have a cellular connection. So hopefully I'll be able to try that when I go out of town this weekend, because I plan on not having cell coverage. So hopefully that's actually something I'll be able to try out firsthand and see how well that works. But based on the demo, it looks like it worked pretty well, because I was able to get a satellite connection and everything. It just doesn't let you actually use it unless you need to. So that'll be pretty cool. Again, that's a 14 and 15 feature. Still waiting on the AI stuff. That's probably going to be towards the end of the summer, or I think they said the fall for some of that. So we'll see about that. But I mean, I like it. I really want to redo my home screen, but I feel like I'm just gonna have to delete everything off the home screen and like set it back up again, just because I have it. It's just like perfectly filled up, like, you know, right there, and then this page is perfectly filled, and then the other one is just the app library. So I don't know. I just don't like blank pages. So I don't want to put a couple icons on each. I like having them, you know, just like 2 full pages. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what I do. Show the control center. I was just showing the control center, but I'll show it again. So this is how I have mine set up. I've messed with it a little bit. I'll show this one too. This is kind of what you get by default. So you can, when you add, like if I add just on this one, there's no now playing card on this one, it's just these two. But if I add a big now playing card like this, it automatically gives you a like an icon for it on the side. So we have your favorites, now playing, home, and then like connectivity stuff. So your airplane mode, your AirDrop, Wi-Fi, cellular, all that kind of stuff. And then on the 15 Pro Max, we have the satellite. So that's what that looks like. You can also add stuff, so you can resize stuff. If I hold here, you can see we get these little handles. So you can make them like an oval or a square. But that's just an app shortcut. And then we have the screen recording. So I move this down here. We've got the screen recording. Basically, they don't really do anything. It just says off. But that kind of stuff. I think, yep, you can place them just like the home screen. You can place them anywhere you want. So if you want it way down there, you can put it way down there. Like I said, you can make other pages. You can add to these pages. So if I want to make another page, you can make another page, and you can add something. So if I add like the camera, I can make a big camera one, and it doesn't give me a shortcut for that. It just gives me a little dot. But if you add something like a cellular connectivity item, or can you enlarge the network thing? You can, but you can't. I'll show you guys. So I'm gonna delete that page. If you're talking about this one, you can enlarge it, but it looks like this. That's the enlarged view. So you can make a page with just this, yes. But that's just like the shrunk down one. So if I make another page, if I add that, so that is what the page looks like. So that's just your favorites, home, and then you can see we have the little antenna looking thing with the connectivity stuff. So that is the expanded one. That's the large one for it. But I think that's kind of redundant, because it's already up here in favorites and you can expand it just like that. So there's really no need to have a whole separate page for it. So I just deleted that. But like I said, this is the default. I haven't messed with this one. This is basically what you get by default without touching it. So you get favorites, which will have some home stuff. I think I deleted the home ones off here, but you'll have some home stuff. You'll have the now playing. Basically, this is just going to be what it used to be, all that kind of stuff. If you scroll down, you'll get now playing, and then you'll get home, and then you'll get the connections right there on the expanded view. So you can tap these 3 icons right here, like the Wi-Fi, the airplane mode, and stuff like that. So you can do those without expanding it, but you can't do anything like the small ones. You actually have to expand it to interact with those. So that's those. But I really like the control center. I like how you can do app shortcuts. Like I said, I have my Anchor power bank as an app shortcut, so I don't have to have the full app icon right here, because if I just want to check my power bank, I just go right there and I tap that. It's Bluetooth to my power bank, which is pretty cool. and then I have messages and stuff, messages and phone on the shortcuts on the lock screen, so I can get right to those easy without actually having to swipe up and unlock the phone. Obviously, you still have to unlock the phone, but it does it as you press the shortcut, so that's pretty cool. You know, you can place the icons anywhere. Like I said, I haven't redone my home screen or anything like that. I've just been, you know, I've left it how it is because I just like my apps all together. You know, like on Android, like, see, I have like, I could set it up something like this, where it's just like 2 rows and then 2 rows and some widgets, but I don't know, that's just not how I use my iPhone, and it's kind of like a muscle memory thing. I know where my stuff's at on Android, and I know where my stuff's at on my iPhone, so. I'll show you guys the customization thing right here. So you can make the icons large, but if you make the icons large, you do lose the names, which I don't know if that's a bug, because there looks like there's still plenty of space for the words under there, but you do lose the text if you make them large for whatever reason. Your regular light mode icons, dark mode, automatic, so it'll do it based on your dark mode. When you do dark, you can also make the wallpaper even darker, so you can darken the top, which, there we go, just like that. Looks pretty sleek. I really like I love Apple's dark icons with the phone and messages and everything. They look very, very good, in my opinion. I hope a lot of third-party app developers do the same thing, so they all match. That would be very nice. Because on Android, sometimes the apps, like some apps theme and some apps don't, and it's really annoying because you have a page of mixed matched apps. I like how all these are pretty much theming nicely. We've got the other stuff in here too that is themed as well. So just waiting on the third-party stuff. Obviously, that won't happen until iOS 18 is out to the public. But once that comes out, we should see a bunch of app updates. So developers are updating their icons and stuff like that for this support. You can theme if you do the if you do this, you can theme, you know, with the colors. They'll all theme like that. So everything works with that theming. As you can see, it goes through and does it all, but that's just kind of like a tint on it. That's not really changing the actual icon, but I really prefer the dark icons with the dark wallpaper just like that. Can you check in the calculator app whether we were able to edit in between numbers? What do you mean in between numbers? Like, okay, so if I type, like, you mean like a cursor kind of deal? I don't think so. And it looks like they got rid of the swipe that they've had for years. You have to use the back button. So you could do that. You can do scientific. There's a converter, so you can convert, you know, like money. You can do math notes. So you don't have to have an Apple Pencil on an iPad to do math notes. You can still do it on here. So if we go here, we go to our little pencil. We'll just choose this. So I can do 2 plus 2 equals, and then there you go, it goes to 4. 5 plus 2, let's see if it recognizes that as a 2. Yeah, it didn't. 5 plus 2 equals 7, so it's pretty good with recognizing that text and stuff, even if it's just, you know, some like chicken scratch scribble. So yeah, you can't edit in between, like you can't, I think that's what you're asking, you can't like go in here and, like if I want to edit something here, you can't tap and put like a cursor in there, you have to use the backspace. Yeah, I mean, you've always been able to delete, you just had to use the, you just had to swipe, but they don't have the swipe now because swiping goes to the history, so you do have to use the back button. And I don't have my iPad in here, but on an iPad it's a little bit different because there's a bigger screen. Let's see what else. What else is there? Yes, this is a 15 Pro Max. We do have the app lock as well. So if you want to lock an app, you can require Face ID. You can't hide the first-party apps, but the third-party apps you can hide them. Some of them, like this one, I don't think. Yeah, the Chrome for some reason doesn't. I think it's probably because it's set as the default browser, so you can't hide it because the system's using it. But you can also rearrange widgets. Like, so if I want to make a widget out of this app, I can open it and tap that right there and make a widget out of the icon. And then you can put it back to an icon. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to add widgets from the little menu. But that's pretty much it right now. Like I said, I went over the battery charging thing. This has changed a little bit. So everybody was talking about a big settings redesign. We didn't really get a big settings redesign, but we did get a few changes. They moved some things around. They reorganized it to toggle the recently added group. Yeah, I mean, I don't really go over to the app library unless I need to, so it's not really a big deal. But they did change some things around here. Yeah, you can't change anything like that. But they added some new, not added some new, but they rearranged some stuff. So batteries up here now instead of down. It used to be like down here. So that's all up there. So like all your hardware stuff's right here on the top, and then your basic settings, your screen stuff, your action button, your general, notifications, sounds, down here. One good thing is it doesn't just scroll forever endlessly for all your app settings. They did make a category or a section for that now, so all your app settings are in this category, and it's alphabetized. You can scroll through with the, look through the letters, or you can just search it. So that's really nice. A lot easier to find stuff, and it makes that home page a lot cleaner and easier to navigate, because if you have to scroll down to an app, you don't have to scroll for a mile to get to it. But that's pretty much that. I just wanted to get in here and show you guys, after I've used it for a few hours, what I had. I did just upload a video too about the my experience with for the first few hours. So when beta 2 comes out, we'll do another. I don't know if I'll do a live install. It depends on when it comes out, but we'll definitely be doing a video and showing you guys what's new in beta 2. Nice thing about the first series of iOS betas is stuff's always changing. So every beta, something's going to get, there's going to be something improved or something new to look at. So we'll look forward to that. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. And thank you guys for watching.